Hey, we got a government that has taken the stimulus money, they gave it to special campaign donors, they gave it to special interests, they abandoned me.
A man interrupted a live newscast in Michigan to make a surprisingly rational point. Now, normally when somebody interrupts a newscast, they try to ignore the person or tell them to go away. But in this case, here's what happened.
Good evening. A federal judge is refusing to overturn Michigan's highly controversial ban on indoor dining. This as COVID-19 infection rates and fatality rates continue to surge statewide.
This, of course, follows the lawsuit brought on by the Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association. News Channel 3's Tavarius Haywood joins us live in Portage with the details on why the judge said no.
Here on this cafe.
Tavarius, is everything okay?
Okay. Our government leaders have abandoned me.
Are you the owner?
$4 trillion of stimulus money. They gave it to who? Special interest groups and campaign donors. I'm Dave Morris. I own the place.
So what's going on?
What's going on? You know what's going on.
Tell me. You tell me.
Hey, we got a government that has taken the stimulus money. They gave it to special campaign donors. They gave it to special interests. They abandoned me, and they have put me in a position where I have to fight back. Okay?
So do you feel that this is the right thing to do?
Absolutely. I feel everybody needs to stand up. Hey, listen, there was enough money to give every family in this country $20,000 to go home for 2 months. They chose to give it to special interests and campaign donors, the Kennedy Space Center, and they abandoned us. So you could have given me money. I'd gladly walk away for 60 days and let this virus settle down. I'm not going to do it alone. Okay?
Are you going to continue to violate the state's orders and stay open?
This is a state order. This isn't an order. This is a conspiracy. This is a tyranny.
What do you want to tell other restaurant owners who...
Wake up. Stand up. This is America. Be free. I got patriots coming out supporting me the last 2 days. You know what? It's a great thing. Wake up. This is America. Don't let them ramrod you. This is crazy when you turn around and you watch what's going on West Orange Avenue, the big department stores, the train station, the airports, side by side eating meals for 4 hours. And you're going to blame me? Come on. Come on. This is not right, and you guys know it. Everybody knows it. Stand up, America. Give us the money to shut this thing down and calm this virus, but don't take it out on a select few.
Is there anything else you want to add, sir?
That's it, brother.
All right.
I'm glad you listened to me. Thank
you.
Hey, I'm really
the
a
entire
humorous
West
guy.
Michigan just listened to you. You're live on TV right now.
All right, I'm glad to hear that, okay?
Yes,
I'm really
sir.
a good guy.
Yes,
I've been
sir.
married 38 years. I got a wife, 3 kids. I got 4 great-grandchildren. Let me tell you something. I got a good life, and I've worked hard for it. I'm not giving up easily. I'm not going down alone. They want me to go down and be quiet. They never want to hear from me again. I'm not going to put up with it. It's time to rise up.
Got you.
Got to rise up. Shut it all down, or don't shut any of us down. That's the only way to get control of a virus.
Shut us all down or don't shut any of us down. That's how to get control of a virus. He's exactly right. This is Dave Morris, the owner of D&R Daily Grind Restaurant and Cafe. Now look, there are clear criticisms here as he is going against the ban on indoor dining. Let me give you a little more information on that. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, the agency behind the ban, praising the judge's decision in a statement, said, quote, "These protocols on specific indoor gatherings, along with wearing face masks, social distancing, and frequent hand washing, give Michigan a fact-based approach to slow the spread of COVID-19 so we can return to a strong economy and get back to normal safely as soon as we can." So in terms of Michigan's Department of Health and Human Services, they're doing their job. They're exactly right to shut down this indoor dining. But the issue comes with Congress, where the money has gone. The money has not gone to the small business owners. The money has not gone to the average worker. The money has gone to large corporations. Now, before I get any deeper into this, I want to show you a clip here. This is Katie Porter, Democratic Congresswoman, on CNN discussing the issue of where the money has gone and discussing where it should be going.
I want to get this right. 600 businesses, each got $10 million. 600 businesses each got $10 million, and yet we can't get the Senate Majority Leader to give people money to put food on the table and keep a roof over their head.
How do you stop that from happening again in terms of who gets the money? I'm told that the problem was that the money was given to banks, and for the banks to use the discretion of who to exercise unless you were taking care of any patronage or favors on the state side. So how do we not have that happen again?
Well, I'm a proponent of a somewhat different approach that would achieve, I think, the result we're aiming for even better. It's called the Paycheck Recovery Act. And what it would do is use the IRS as a tool, use the wage data that we already have to allow people to continue to receive their paycheck, even if they're unable to go to work or their business is shut down or they've been laid off. And this would take out the middleman of the banks. It would also make sure that the government funds are going directly to support payroll, to support wages, to keep families out of food bank lines and off the streets from being homeless. So this is a much more efficient way to spend the money, ensuring that those who need it get it.
So Katie Porter discussing what she supports, the Paycheck Recovery Act. This was introduced by Democratic Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal in the House, and of course, does not have the support of Nancy Pelosi and the majority of the corporate or conservative Democrats in the House. The Paycheck Recovery Act is only backed by people like Jayapal, Katie Porter, AOC, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and others that actually stand up for the working class. But Nancy Pelosi and, of course, Mitch McConnell and the Senate GOP do not support this either. They support giving money to large companies and somehow thinking that that money trickles down to the average individual. Now, to be fair, they don't think that. They know exactly where that money is going. They are simply supporting who supports them. They're large donors. And they have no interest in actually helping the average individual. And they keep playing this game where they're blaming, you know, the GOP blames Democrats, Democrats blame the GOP. Ultimately, it's the fault of all of them. None of them are standing up for the average individual except for the rare congressperson like Katie Porter or Pramila Jayapal. Now, there's also another point I want to bring up here, and this was brought up by Ryan Grimm on Twitter. He tweeted out, practically a cinematic portrayal of the ways in which government failures and betrayals fuel extremism and conspiracy theories. Maybe let's have less of the former so we can have less of the latter. This is exactly right. When the government fails the people, what ends up happening is you have this extremism, this idea, even though Dave Morris makes a great point here about where the money is going and where it should be going, he ties it into the idea that it's a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. This is how the government operates in this capitalist system. It listens to the needs of massive corporations, of multinational corporations. It doesn't care about the average individual. You can apply this to healthcare as well. Why is your healthcare system still a private insurance-based market instead of looking at the rest of the world and seeing that, hey, let's look at Canada, a single-payer system that works, they spend less money, they cover everyone. Why don't we move to that system? Every piece of data shows you that guaranteeing healthcare to everyone through a single-payer system would benefit everyone. It's because it would not benefit the wealthy executives at health insurance companies. So it's not a conspiracy. This is just how the government works. It works in the interests of large business. Now, one last thing here. Tavarius Haywood, the reporter here that actually talked to the man, got to give this guy credit. I mean, usually when you have somebody, when you're doing a live hit the way he is, they tend to ignore these people that are yelling, you know, behind them. But he actually engaged with him, learned that, hey, this is the guy that owns the restaurant. I can, you know, get his perspective on this. And you can see here later on, he tweeted out, Dave doesn't hate me, guys and gals. He was very happy to see me today. So this is what journalism should be about. Standing up for the interests of the average individual. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to challenge him. He says here how, so, okay, cool, you can express your anger, just don't asking hard questions in return. So, yeah, good. This is exactly how you should conduct yourself as somebody who is supposed to be representing the average individual. Oftentimes, media, especially when it comes to national news, cable news, represents the interests of those with power. But local news, at the very least, in a case like this, you see it representing the interests of the people, and that's exactly what it's supposed to be doing.